All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Your boy Ryan is here. What's up? All right, let me just minimize this, but we're here. What's going on? Mirror with a special guest for tonight or for this
for night.
I don't know, it's afternoon actually. Go right ahead, Ashley.
Hey, what's up, guys? It is I, the Ashton Luca, aka Queen Xbot. How goes it?
Yeah, Queen Xbot.
I'm never gonna stop calling myself that every time I come on your channel.
It's like 9 people I've seen like call you that now.
I know, it's so funny. It's
Queen
funny that
Xbot.
people actually like believe that stuff.
They say you're Queen Xbot, you hate PlayStation, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm supposedly king or I'm crap gamer for Sony or some shit. I don't know. Weirdos. Weird. Hold on. Damn it, Frosty, really? Okay. So Frosty's there. All right, so wait for a few people get up in here. So Frosty, actually, I know somebody who knew one of the victims of the Florida shooting.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and wanted to see if he's going to get on here as well. He say he doesn't know how to make the Hangout work. He just told me on PlayStation, or not PlayStation, but on YouTube. So hold on. Ah, shit. Might have to reschedule that then. But it's all good. It's all good. We'll eventually talk about that when we get there. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, man? So it's been a very interesting turn of events. Very interesting. A lot of stuff's been happening. A lot of people, it seems, are just leaving YouTube. I don't know if you caught on to it. But yeah. A lot of people are leaving YouTube. What's up, Melon? What's up, brother? What's up, Overdone? But a lot of people are packing it up and leaving. Or, you know, they're either doing like a podcast for like once a week or one type of live stream. And then there's just it, right? They're just going to do one thing and be done like a week. And, you know, I understand. I do understand how, you know, people's reasons. You know, YouTube is a joke as of late and people are just, you know, kind of leaving. And it sucks. It really does suck. But one thing I wanted to do for you guys, I always get this question, or I have gotten this question a few times. You guys came at me with the whole Monday show type of idea. And for Fridays, you know, I've always done, you know, the Truth Podcast. Now, keep in mind, the Truth Podcast is a podcast that you guys helped create. You know what I'm saying? You guys brought everybody together. You know, King Thrash, everybody came on the show. And, you know, I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of what it's become. I'm very proud of the numbers. I'm proud of everybody, you know, doing their thing. But one thing I've noticed about the True Podcast and, you know, at the same time I'm proud of, but one thing I've noticed is that everybody seems to have their own sort of thing, if you think about it. Everybody has their own sort of thing outside the True Podcast. They got their own podcast, their own crew, their own things. And, you know, I look at it like this. Right. The True Podcast is all of us together, kind of like the Avengers. Right. If somebody goes, then it kind of isn't an Avengers. What'd you say? Kind of like isn't the Avengers. So I look at it like this, man. I'm thinking, and I've been this idea has been going in my head for quite some time for me to create my own type of show for Mondays for you guys. Question is, you know, when will we start this? I'm just going to let you guys know it's going to be happening very soon. And we're going to be definitely doing that for you guys on Monday. So what do you have to say, Luca?
Well, I think that's a great idea. You know, I think you have enough ambition to expand. And I can tell that this is something that you feel passionate about. My only thing is I would suggest getting people from different sides of the community to be a part of it. It's just to, you know, mix it up a little bit, make it interesting.
True. That's what I've been planning. I plan on having a lot of people on the show. Definitely a lot of people. And hopefully, you know, do something very, you know, unique in a sense. That's one thing about podcasting, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can always get people that you're cool with and like that's in your circle. But it's always better to have a unique perspective on things. What's up, Dave? But it's always unique to have a unique perspective. So when this show happens, it will happen eventually. Jesus Christ, that noise. It will happen eventually. It will happen. when it happens, I just want everybody to know that yes, it is a thing. Yes, the True Podcast is still the True Podcast. It ain't going nowhere. Nobody's leaving the True Podcast. You know, it's going to be a separate type of thing. Kind of like the best way for me to put it. Are you familiar with Angry Grandpa, Luca?
No.
You're not familiar with him? Okay, well, damn. Best way for me to bring that to people's attention. Look at the Angry Grandpa channel, you know, before he passed away, God rest his soul. But he had his main channel and he had everybody else like spread out. Like they all had their own different corners, like Grandpa's corner, Michael's corner, something like that. Look at it like that. That's how the True Podcast is as of right now. You know, people are going to be doing their own thing and, you know, bringing more to you guys in their own way. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to bring my own thing to you guys. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm really looking forward to it. So just keeping that out there. Keeping it out there. My boy Frosty. Oh, shit. Okay. Frosty's also about to get in here if he can get his Google Hangout to work. So, okay. So you got your headset set, Frosty? You got everything set up? If you got everything set up, then it's going to be fairly easy to do this. But, yeah, it's going to be fairly easy. For all that. What does Ash and Luca have to say about this whole YouTuber thing? People leaving.
Well, I'm not surprised, really. Honestly, with the changes to YouTube's policy, it probably makes it harder for smaller YouTubers to feel motivated to do more, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, a lot of people are motivated for the wrong reasons, and that reason is mostly money. Mm-hmm. And they think that they can actually make something big of themselves on YouTube. And I just kind of feel like if you have that kind of mindset where it's just so simple, you're never really going to get anywhere, you know, because people can smell deceit and bullshit and no one wants to support someone like that. It is what it is, you know. People like to follow those who either resemble them or who are humble and grateful for what they have. You know what I mean? And overall, you know, I think that to some of the people who are leaving, maybe they're just tired of all the fuck shit. Like there's a lot of nonsense in this gaming community of ours. And I think sometimes for some people, it can become overwhelming and annoying. There's been a couple of times where even I wanted to quit. Like I wanted to quit last year, like, you know, at the beginning of last year, after one thing happened, like I got kicked off of my last, like one of my podcasts that I was on because of a difference of a opinion or whatever. And I went to quit after that. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like dealing with this bullshit. It's like stupid. But I stuck with it because I've had people who supported me and were like, hey, don't quit just because you had to deal with some fuckboys. It's not worth it. I'm like, yeah, I guess. But I can understand why people wouldn't want to deal with any of this stuff anymore because it is very irritating.
Okay. Yeah. I had said this numerous times too. Money should be the last thing on your mind when you're becoming a YouTube content creator. You know what I'm saying? The main thing on your mind should be to, you know, like the main thing you should be worried about is getting your message across, right? And how that message shall be received. And how, you know, you react to that sort of thing. YouTube has always been about trial and error in a sense. So, you know, you're just because you have an idea that might sound great on paper doesn't mean it's going to be received well, you know, to the masses, you know. And I see a lot of people nowadays just really, you know, weird towards so many things. You know, people are throwing in dollar signs, they're saying they're analytics, and it's like, I get it, right? I get it. You know, you're not making X amount of dollars, but let's be real here. YouTube is not a job. It's a hobby. So that's how I feel on it.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know. I mean, considering the community that we're in, I really just feel like you get what you put out there. So if you're about the fuck shit, don't be surprised if you draw in fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be mad at your subscribers for not supporting you when you're the type of person who wouldn't support others. It's just kind of like you get what you put out there. And honestly, if you're an asshole, no one wants to support you.
Yeah, sorry. I was put my headset down for a second. But yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Oh boy, these people, man. I understand though, you know, like YouTube used to be fun, right? It used to be fun, but now it's just a lot of rules that have been implemented. Basically, the honeymoon phase is over, right? Honeymoon phase is over, and we're now back to being, um, I guess you say in corporate eyes, you know, puppets in a sense with this whole thing. But hey, it's all about, you know, it's all about entertainment at this point. So it sucks, yeah, but it can't be stopped at this point. Don't feel like it. Definitely can't. Is there any way we can fix this, you think? You think there's any way for it to be fixed?
No.
No?
But I'm a very pessimistic person, so
Okay.
I just think that this community is full of fuckboys, and there's always going to be people who are just awful, just trash, you know, in every single sense of the word. It's kind of like, if you think about it, you think about the people who've been on YouTube for a long time, and they talk about those who used to be here, who are now gone. But then they also say stuff like, yeah, those people are not here anymore, but they've been replaced by even worse people. So I just feel like that no matter what happens and no matter who leaves the community and like who gets driven out or who just chooses to quit, there will always be someone, like a trash person, to replace them. And there's really nothing that we can do about it, because at the end of the day, what can we do? We're just a few people. And if the masses don't want to come together and actually stand together and say, hey, we want to be better than this, we want to try harder than this, we don't want to be about this bullshit, then what's the point of even trying?
I agree.
You could say to your subscribers and viewers, hey, I'm going to be better than this. But at the end of the day, you're always going to get drawn back into the bullshit, because that's what happens when you steep yourself in mud and dirt and just trash.
Exactly. This it's crazy. This damn console war shit, right? It adds fuel to the fire. It really does. And it makes it even worse for people in this whole YouTube scene. You know, I understand people see profit in controversy, right? Like controversy and drama. I understand. But at the same time, it's kind of stupid. You know, it's stupid. You're not helping the cause, especially when when it comes back to bite you in the end, and you realize that, you know, people see you for what you truly are, and that's a clown.
Yeah.
Part of the problem. So I don't know. I guess you can say I just lost faith in a sense, you know, to a lot of these things.
You know, what's even worse for me is that, like, when I came in, like, I had no idea what I was getting into when I joined this community. I was just kind of like, I was just someone who had called into a morning show, and I got drawn in. It's fine. I've met a lot of great people. I've enjoyed myself here for the most part. But it's kind of like, you know, no matter where I go, I kind of realize, hey, this is what I'm going to be a part of. It's going to be bullshit cult mentality by a bunch of idiots on the internet. Right. And I was a part of that when I was younger. When I was like 17 to like 20, I was part of something, like a group that had like a cult mentality, and I had to break out of it and say to myself, holy shit, what am I doing? You know, like, what the fuck am I doing with myself? What am I doing with my time? Why am I doing this? Agreed. And after that happened, I promised myself, I was like, I will never get so drawn into a fucking internet community to the point where I lose myself or feel a certain way over shit that really just does not matter. And I was going to go live on my channel about this later on today to talk about it, but it's just kind of like, there are certain things that make me stop and think about how much this stuff doesn't matter, how irrelevant all of this stuff is. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous, the things that people let themselves get worked up over, and the things that I've let myself get worked up over and care about so much. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe I let myself get drawn into this bullshit when it's just bullshit. And something I try to do when I'm feeling down about all this stuff is go to like my actual friends, the people who know me in real life, who've seen me, who just know me as a person, who don't just know me as Luca, And I bring this shit up to them, and they're just like, it really doesn't matter, because these are just random people on the internet who don't know anything about you, who will just make assumptions about you just because of who you associate with, or because of whatever thought process they have themselves. It's like you said, before, when you told me that your subscribers were like, oh, Luca's the queen of Xbox, when it's like, I don't care about Xbox games very much. I like Gears, but that's it. I don't care for Halo. I don't care for Forza, because racing games are trash. And I haven't played any of the other Xbox exclusives that came out this generation. I was primarily on PlayStation until the end of 2016. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's so quick. People are so quick to just make assumptions about stuff, which is fine. I really don't care about being labeled as like an Xbot or anything like that. I don't have any feelings about it.
Right.
I just think it's funny.
Okay. I definitely understand. Yeah, it's I don't know. People just get too lost in this shit. They do. They get lost in this. They become ego driven at a sense, and they believe that they're better than you. And I'm pretty sure you've ran into this already so far.
Yeah.
You ran into this where they think a subscriber number is all that matters, and it's not. And, they like, a lot of people have this times, like, and I tell people this too. These bigger YouTubers, a good chunk of them, just look at you like a dollar sign. Whether you join into a live stream, you like a video or watch a video, they look at like, okay, well, look at this dude. Okay, that's good. That's better than last week. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even care anymore. It seems like,
But it's kind of like, I think it's easy to fall into that kind of mindset, because to be perfectly honest, I do think I'm better than a lot of people, but that's not because of this YouTube thing. That's just something I've always felt. It's kind of like like a bitter defense mechanism, I guess you can say, because I'm so used to people doubting me and talking down to me only for me to be right, that it's just kind of built up from that. And that's just my way of thinking now. Right. And like I said, it's not good, but at least I can acknowledge the fact that that's how I feel most of the time. But the problem is, most people who are just awful just can't admit that. They can't admit to themselves or to other people that, hey, I'm terrible. I take part in a lot of bullshit, and I don't care to do anything to change myself or to fix myself, because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. So
exactly. People I understand. They feel to realize they're part of the problem, and it's okay. I understand people feel a certain way. They feel obligated to, act a certain way, right? But you're part of the problem if you're doing what those people are doing that you are like, claiming that you're against. You're part of the problem. Yeah. So, the fact that YouTube is no longer fun to many people anymore, the fact that more people are more interested in going back to gaming, which, it's crazy. It really is crazy. It seems like the bigger, you know what I'm saying? The bigger YouTubers are the only ones, just still there, but everybody else, they're just losing their passion rapidly.
Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, for everyone who leaves, like I said, there will be someone worse to replace them. And it's kind of like a nonstop cycle. It's like a snake eating itself.
Exactly.
But I'm a bitter and pessimistic person, so what do I know?
Oh, God, here we go.
Just saying.
Lucas back to normal, people. That fast. I don't even think anything can be repaired at this point. I don't think anything will ever go back to being what it once was. I just don't. I don't. Yeah. I think people just can either go and buckle down and deal with it or just move on. YouTube, YouTube used to be the center of everybody's, thing right here on this drama. Mm-hmm. But pretty soon, and not everything lasts forever, but pretty soon, there's going to be a thing that's going to be created that's going to replace YouTube very soon, especially with Twitch and Facebook getting into this shit. So,
well, hopefully competition's good for consumers, and YouTube's full of a bunch of fuck shit. So they need a good kick in the ass.
Facts. That is facts. Let's see. Is there any hold on, fix this here. You think there's any way we can like fix this community at all? Like, is there any ways that this shit can be fixed?
No.
No.
I've always said that there's only 3 things that you can really do. You can either acknowledge the bullshit and decide not to take part in it. You can leave if it gets to be too much for you. Or you can take part of the bullshit and just enjoy it for what it is. But that's just my way of thinking. That's what I believe. Like I truly feel like those are the only routes you can take, because going on Twitter and saying stuff like, "Oh, I want this to be over," like, "Oh, people focus too much on the drama and bullshit," only for me to see you 5 minutes later arguing with someone over drama and bullshit. I don't know, man. It looks a little fucking spooky. I'm just saying. Like, it's complete. What's it like to be so completely out of touch with yourself? I don't get it. Like, I laugh at these people most of the time, because it's like,
yeah,
I'm a lot of things. I don't necessarily think I'm like the best kind of person. I understand why people dislike me. It's fine. I don't really feel anything about it. But it's just kind of like, I'm not delusional about what kind of person that I am. Like, I'm not unaware of what kind of person I am. Like, I am someone who wholeheartedly takes part in this bullshit. I find it funny. I like drama. I enjoy drama. I watch Weapon Wheel podcast because it has a lot of drama. I think that shit's funny. Right. I find it enjoyable. That's just the kind of person that I am. As long as people don't take it too far and make it like personal with like saying certain things that are just like abhorrent, like, I don't really see any issue with it. Yeah. And I have a couple of friends who don't like that part of myself. They don't like that aspect of my personality. They don't like that I'm so into the drama. They think it's bad. It's like, you know, if you just take part in it, it's just going to come back at you. And I'm like, I don't really feel anything about that, because at the end of the day, you going on your soapbox and trying to preach that toxicity needs to end. Yeah. It doesn't do anything, because it's not going to end.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I don't know if you watched a few of my videos lately, but I've just been, I don't know, I've had a new outlook on this shit. I really have. I have not paid it that much, you know, notice at all. I've really been more open just to the brighter side of things, as opposed to me, you know, with my traditional, you know, like analysis and shit, which, you know, might spell doom and gloom in a sense. I'm more just open to whatever happens, you know, from this point forward. You know, it's stupid though. You know, it's just stupid. People would rather hear, and man, we proved this theory very good too when we were talking about the shooting, because, you know, I did the same thing on mine, you know, on my channel before, you know, you started doing the Scumcast. I did mine. But when we did that, there were less people in there, significantly less people in there, right? But I guaranteed you, that's why I asked you to do it too, but you didn't want to do it because you know that you were, you know I was on to. But if I was to tell you to put, you know, like a stream right now, right, and it was you all day in Kratos, and it said something stupid like, "Oh, Ryan the Professional is a clown, he's a hater, blah blah blah," I guarantee you, 40 goddamn people would have, like, you know, or 40 plus more people would have jumped on there, and probably like 100. You know what I'm saying? In there, yeah, or this console or something. So it's stupid.
Yeah, because I think, you know, I think people are, like I said, I think they're out of touch with themselves. And I think that as much as they claim that they don't like drama or that they don't care for it, they love it. They love it as much as I do. Maybe if not more, because, you know, they wholeheartedly take part of it and they actually feel like a deep emotional, like, hatred towards like a console or people on the other side. Like, and it's on both sides, right? They actually feel like they actually hate people. They hate people just for the console war shit and nothing like real or personal, just for that. And it's just kind of like, oh, okay. But then, you know, they get all up in arms and they're just like, well, that side is just way worse than my side. Exactly. Never mind the fact that, like, you know, people are photoshopping other people's heads on porn on my side. Like, never mind that fact. Or like people are, oh man, those guys are way worse. Never mind the fact that people on my side keep using racial slurs. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, we're just, okay. Like, it's like, you know, I just don't understand how people can be so completely delusional about this shit. Just so completely out of sorts with it. I mean, I honestly have more respect, and I use respect loosely, but I have more respect for those who are aware that they're taking part in fuck shit and they just don't care. Like they just don't feel anything about it. Cause that's what I do. I know that I'm taking part in a lot of bullshit. I just don't really care. Like I'm like, whatever, it's what I do. But a lot of people, they just want to pretend like they're not as bad as everyone else when you are. You're just
exactly. It's the proof is in the pudding. In your actions. You might say that you're not an Xbox fanboy, right? But your actions speak otherwise. You know,
exactly.
If you own all consoles, your actions tell me something. You know, that you either favor one over the other, or you're just very, you know, like hardcore to that one over these. You know, and it's pretty obvious. So, you know, I don't never really, you know, use that against people. Like I tell people nowadays, you know, if you really let's say if I really want to play Gears of War, I'm not going to sit here and say I hate Xbox or I think Xbox is trash because of Gears of War. I'm just going to invest in an Xbox, you know, if I really wanted to play that game. But in this case, I don't need to. I can just play it on my PC. But that's a problem with this community. It feels like people don't necessarily want to, you know, they don't want to actually, you know, expand themselves, right? They just want to be locked to one set box. And it's like, that's not how you do it. It's not what gaming was about. You know, it's about going to the platform that cater to your needs as a consumer. So that's how I look at it as.
Yeah, it's just, I think they have like loyalty to a piece of plastic and they are just completely out of touch with themselves. And that's fine. You know, it's whatever.
Oh, don't worry. You're going to get messages after this. You're going to get messages.
I don't really care. People always hate me. Actually, it's kind of
you're a terrible person. I hate you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't like PlayStation? Fuck you, bitch. Kill yourself. You know, it's always stuff like that. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I remember I read a damn article. I'm keyboard. This is the article talking. This is me reading the damn article. Oh, you're just a hater. How the fuck am I a hater for reading an article? That's I'm explaining it to you. Frosty finally got his thing to work.
What's up, Ryan?
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I'm good. I should be asking you that. It is just his volume a little bit. Keep talking?
Yeah.
Nah, you sound good now. He sound good for you, Luca?
Yeah, he sounds good.
Okay, cool. Had to adjust his volume. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my guests also for this time. It's my boy Frosty. You already know the Florida shootings. It was a terrible time. He actually knew one of the victims, and I figured I'd invite him on here, you know, help cheer him up. So do me a favor, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Send some messages, you know what I'm saying? Help cheer my boy up. And let's continue the discussion. So go ahead, say what's up to the people, Frosty. Go ahead.
How are you guys doing today? Sorry, apologize in advance. I have a cold right now, so you know how it is.
Okay.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
Well, we were talking about this community, you know, and I was bringing up a few reasons as to, you know, why people, you know, are just leaving. A lot of people think it's solely because of demonetization. It's really not because of demonetization. No. It's other things that are factoring into people leaving. You know, the reason why a lot of people are leaving is because they lost faith. Yeah, I'm saying they just lost faith in this very community because of how toxic things are being. So that's what that's about.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, I don't really make videos and all, but, you know, I was talking to you yesterday and I told you that for the longest time, I stopped watching YouTube for a few months here and there because, you know, I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And this past week has been hard on me because you know why.
Yeah, definitely.
And, yeah, I mean, do you want me to talk about this and all that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're here to help you out a bit. So, you know, if you feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, you can. But if not, you know, we can just have a normal discussion, you know, help you feel better about things. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna get your mind off of it. Terrible event. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible thing that happened. And, you know, us as humans, we need to, you know, be more open, you know, be more together on this sort of thing.
Yeah. Sorry, my phone was ringing in the background. Just had to mute that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, it's just been if you guys didn't know, the school shooting in Florida, this was the school that my cousin goes to, and his best friend ended up being killed, and it's been really hard on him. He's been having a hard time eating. He almost passed out of dehydration issues. And it's been hard for me because me and my cousin are very close to each other. And I've actually met his friend who was killed before. So it's just had a very negative effect on me. You know, if I can't go a Crap Gamers channel just to laugh at it, then, you know, there's something wrong right now. But, yeah. I mean,
okay.
It's just hard.
I agree. It is terrible. It is terrible. Oh, man, you're in our prayers, man. I'm pretty sure everybody will say the same in the chat. You're in our prayers, and, you know, you're going to be better. I promise you on that.
Thank you, bro. I'll tell my cousin that. He would really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
He visited his friend's grave last night, actually. I mean, can you imagine having to visit your friend's grave that you've known for so many years?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Because, you know, my cousin is a swimmer, and this is where he met his friend from. Do you want me to address him by his name or no?
You know, I probably wouldn't.
All right, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Anything then, but yeah, it's just been hard because my cousin looked up to this kid as a big brother and all that, and this kid, from what I heard, was literally like the big role model for everyone. You know, he had a scholarship to college from swimming.
Right.
It's just horrible, and he has a girlfriend. I'm sure I can't imagine what she's going through right now. I never met her, but I feel for her and all that. It's just emotional. It's crazy. It's been hard for me in school lately. I haven't been able to concentrate. And all weekend it's been on my mind pretty much. I've been hanging out with friends to get over it and all, but still, you know, I'm still thinking about it constantly. And I really just don't know how to react, honestly. It really made me feel that, you know, message to all of you, you know, never take things for granted because you can lose it like that. And that's what happened, you know, with my cousin. I'm sure he didn't take it for granted, but like I've said, you know, family and friends is everything. It's not about a piece of plastic, like, you know, like a certain individual seems to devote his life to on the internet, which is sad. But yeah, that's what I have to say for now. You can talk now.
I understand. I understand. Ladies and gentlemen, man, leave a thumbs up for Frosty, man. Leave a message for him. You know, my heart goes out to him. Luca, you have anything you want to say to Frosty on the situation?
Well, I don't think there's anything that I can say, you know. I can't imagine what you're going through, and I don't know. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to be talking to you guys right now, though, you know, because it's been, you know, my friends, I feel, don't really understand what I'm going through. Like, you know, obviously they're telling me it's horrible and they're thinking about me and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they really understand what's going on, you know, because my friends, you know, they care about things like clothes and video games, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I do too, but I haven't had the audacity to Google, you know, new sweatshirts that I want to buy online or anything. I just feel awful doing that when something like this has happened. And I'd highly encourage you guys, you obviously don't have to, but please, if you donated to the school and everything, that would really mean a lot to me. I've donated already. And yeah, obviously you don't have to, but it'd mean a lot.
Okay. All righty. Definitely. I'll definitely get that from you. You know, the link to that. and I'll put that in the chat when this is done processing. All right.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you.
All right, definitely. Like I said, man, I love all y'all. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody, you know, and I'm very grateful for everybody who's, you know, become a subscriber, you know, who's, you know, take time out the day to either watch a live stream or to watch a video or just get to know me as a person, right? I'm very grateful to everybody. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, you always got to cherish everything you take, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't take stuff like this for granted. You know, don't take time you have on earth for granted. You know, live your life and be, you know, the best you can be. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of people nowadays just don't follow that motto. And they tend to think that everything is about conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody believes that it's a war. And it's not no war. We're all human at the end of the day. And none of us should be judged by the color of our skin. None of us should be judged because you play on a platform. None of that bullshit. You know, we're a community, yes. So what is a community? A community is a, you know, set of people who are not only focused, but, you know, they're together. And that's what I hope for all of you, you know, who watch everything and understand that everybody is together on this. So that's what I have to say on that.
Yeah.
You want to add anything?
For saying that, you know, I feel like, you know, I realize that I feel I've taken so many things for granted now that I've been thinking for the past few days.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I kind of just want to apologize to, you know, anyone who has ever had to go through anything. You know, I'm sure we've all made school shooting jokes with our friends saying, you know, don't show up at school tomorrow. And I'm sure we've made, you know, just insults to people to make them feel bad so you feel better about yourself. And, you know, we're all guilty of that, right? I mean, do I stand alone?
I'm pretty sure I did it when I was a child. Yeah, when I was younger.
Yeah. I just want to apologize to anyone that I've ever, you know, just not taken seriously or have made fun of. I mean, I don't even know where I'm getting with this. I just feel awful now for any joke I've made about something that's not funny, like a school shooting or a horrible event in the world, like a terrorist attack. Because, you know, everyone makes 9/11 jokes. And, you know, you don't realize that you're disrespecting all the people who died and all the families. And, you know, I guess in a way I can say it took it happening to me, like, to realize that it's not right to do it.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, learn your lesson from me, I guess. I'm just a normal person like we all are. Celebrities, you know, they're people too. You know, everyone is just a human being. Everyone is their self. Don't be someone that you're not.
Right. Agreed. Luca, you want to add anything to that?
No, I think he said it well for all of us.
You're not crying, right?
Who are you talking to there?
No, I was talking to Luca. You all right?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay. A little low there. Okay, I'm checking.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay, get a little emotional. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sorry guys. This is just awkward for me because I've never done Hangouts before. So if I sound a little off, just forgive me.
You've done good for a first timer. You've done really good.
Yeah, most people are really nervous.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on to a different topic to get the mood a little off, shall we?
Bet. I'm down for that.
Okay. So, console war talk. I know, like, I don't care about the next gen consoles as much. I don't really care for them, like the new ones that people are hyping up. I don't expect much. What do you guys hope for in the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox?
I would like a console that can do 60 frames, you know, consistently.
Apparently 60 frames. Yeah, I said that too. I was like, you know, 1440p, 60.
Yeah.
And I had a mixed reaction. I had a lot of people who came up with good points. Some people tried to damage the show. Was like, well, 30 this game, 60 that game. Why not just 60 for both? I don't get it.
Yeah.
What you think, Frosty?
What I want from the PS5. I just want more amazing games like we've got on the PS4.
Okay.
And 60 frames pretty much. If not in 4K, just please 1080p 60. I swear to God, if they try to push 8K next gen, it's gonna be so stupid. I mean,
yeah, agreed.
Just stick to 1080p and 4K now. Since you already shoved 4K down the consumer's throats, you might as well just keep going with that and try to get games at 60 and hoping for a better processor like Ryzen. Yeah, just, make sure your games are running at 60 and keep pumping out your good games. And if Xbox is going to stay in the console market, which I hope they do because we need competition, I hope they step it up next generation. But yeah, PlayStation, Nintendo, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. Definitely. So let's see here. Another thing. So resolution. Is resolution all that matters to people now? Yes. Is that all that matters? Do you care more about resolution or do you just care about your game playing as advertised? Yeah.
It's nice to have a pretty display or a pretty game, but I've gone back and I've played games like the original Mass Effect series and the original Dragon Ages and Saints Row 2 and stuff like that. So for me, it like really depends, I guess you could say. I've never just played a game because it was prettier. Like I've never done that. It's about the story and it's about the gameplay. Those are the most important elements for me.
Did you have any interest in Shadow of the Colossus?
No.
Okay.
But I've been recommended it by several people.
No, okay, yeah, that's one of the main things that's reason why it's being recommended to a lot of people is the graphical upgrade. What you think, Frosty?
So like overall, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think what's more important to you?
Definitely, I agree with Luca. Story and gameplay is what matters. Obviously, it's nice to have a 4K display on your TV. Or monitor, whatever you play on, but if it's running at a terrible frame rate, then that just, in my opinion, that just ruins the whole thing. Like, I'd rather be playing a game at 1080 60 than 4K 30 with dips to 15. So, and that was a huge problem last gen too with the PS3 and the Xbox 360, I felt. Like, the 360 did it a lot better, but overall, it was bad last generation. I think it's been a little bit better this generation, but we just need 60 frames games. Like, no more locked 30 frames games. We need to get out of the 30 frames, bullshit, I think. Like, companies like Ubisoft, do you remember when they came out with that statement saying that they do 30 frames because it looks cinematic? I mean, come on, that's just bullshit.
Do y'all think gaming is dying?
No. It's thriving.
Yeah.
Besides the
microtransactions, community. Maybe that's what the Gamer 25 is trying to refer to. Yeah, the community, I can say.
The community's always been bad.
Yeah. It's been like, I don't know, it's been like on one of those weird graphs, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like neutral, 1 point, bad sometimes, good. You know what I'm saying? It's always changing.
If anything, from what I've heard about people, I would say that things are a little bit better now in terms of the people who used to be like really bad offenders. But also, it's just like I said before, even though they've chilled, they've had worse fuckboys to take their places. So, no, the community's always been bad.
Remember General MLD? Or have you ever heard of him?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he had a mental breakdown and he shut down his channel. So this community was definitely full of some interesting figures. Interesting. Blackie Lebowski is another guy. He left YouTube.
Yeah, I know he threatened to kill people a lot. So
Jesus.
Going off guns every single chance you can get. So
over a piece of plastic. Sad.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're losing people over, something as silly as, getting swatted. That's even more terrible.
That's true.
So I don't understand the point of that. A lot of people ask me to start a live stream. I barely live stream games, and it's because of that distinctive reason. I just I don't know. I don't know. That's terrible. Somebody's getting swatted because they're playing a game. Absolutely terrible. What was that thing? And I know Lucas. Did you see me? Well, I don't know if Lucas saw my last video, but there's a rumor going around. Luca.
Rumor about what?
Black Panther. It's gonna get a game.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned it before to me. Well, that'd be interesting. Let's see if they can make a good game for it. I don't have a lot of high hopes for it. I guess it depends on what developer they get.
Mm-hmm. What if it was Rocksteady who did Batman?
Yeah, I think there would be a good chance it'd be a great game then.
Okay.
Yeah. It would really be cool if Marvel got a contract with Insomniac Games, if they did good with the Spider-Man game. To make MCU games.
On something like that, probably banking. So that could very well happen. Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm excited for Spider-Man. I think that's my most hyped exclusive this year, next to God of War.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely indeed. Who your number? No, that's supposed to do it. J-Wax stupid. Okay. Shout out to appreciate you, gamer. Thank you. Damn it. I gotta see that movie twice. At this point, I have to see it twice.
I'm going again this weekend
as well.
Wait, you haven't seen it? Oh, you've seen it twice? I mean, you hear me, Luca? You said you've seen it twice?
No, I have to go see it again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, man, he gets an award, man. He's an award for that damn performance. Nice.
I think that was my favorite villain actually in the MCU. They say Marvel has a villains problem, but they've been stepping it up lately.
Yeah, they did really good with Guardians 2 and Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, I like the Vulture, but Spider-Man has so many good villains. Spider-Man,
Vulture though, it kind of makes you wonder how they would do Mysterio.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
The thing is though, is how the MCU works, where they kind of try to give each hero a trilogy and then they move on to new ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spider-Man might work differently because since he has so many villains to choose from, I think this might be the one hero that they'll have to keep making movies for him, because there's so many villains that they can choose from that I'd be mad if they didn't include so many of them. We need to see Kraven, Mysterio, even Dr. Octopus again, and Green Goblin.
Okay.
I just think that's what they should do. They need to make Spider-Man that one hero that they keep making movies for instead of just a trilogy. Kind of like Avengers almost, where they make constant movies of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That might be a stupid idea, but I just think that Spider-Man is popular enough too that the people will love it. And as long as Marvel's doing it and not Sony, because Sony can't really get it right, but Marvel knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. Okay.
So I think that can work. I don't know what you guys think, but
yeah, that sounds good.
I'm getting a lot of mixed reactions from people too when it came to Homecoming. I had people say they loved it. I actually liked it. Other people said they didn't really like it at all.
I don't like Homecoming.
You don't like Homecoming?
No.
What didn't you like? I take it you like Vulture. You said you like Vulture, but
I couldn't relate to Peter at all.
Can't relate.
No, I couldn't relate to him. He's just a stupid kid who doesn't understand how life actually works. And it's kind of like the Vulture. Yeah, what he was doing was wrong, but he was doing it to provide for his family. And Peter just kind of fucked all that up for no other reason reason than to just prove that he's a hero, I guess, to get Tony Stark's attention and be like, oh, you can put me on the team, you could add me. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I just didn't like it.
All right, I'm gonna politely argue that. You know, it might just be because I'm younger than you guys, but I was able to relate to him because, you know, he's a teenager like I am. And also, I'll agree with you kind of how he messed up the Vulture's plans, but I didn't like that twist where he was providing for his family. I think that he should have just been an all-out criminal.
Well, they kind of just fleshed him out, gave him more of a reason and drive to do what he does. So it does make sense for him to have to provide for his family.
I guess, but like, I don't know, like, you know, I loved the movie, but there were a lot of things that they changed in it from, like, you know, what everyone knows in the Spider-Man series. Like, I didn't like how Liz Allen was his daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't like what they did to Flash Thompson in the movie. Because
I didn't like that either.
And, you know, the dude Ned is essentially Harry.
That's the thing, though. They need Norman Osborn and Harry Osborn need to be in the MCU. I mean, I know the Green Goblin has been used twice now, but that's like such an essential story to Spider-Man that I feel they can't ignore.
I mean, they can save that for the third one, give people a break, and get like somebody, like give other characters a chance. Like, for example, I know y'all seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, right?
Oh God, don't even mention that.
No, I'm saying, did y'all think Rhino had a little bit of potential?
Potential?
Yeah, did you think he had potential? Like,
well,
he was only on screen for like 10.
I know. I'm saying, if you think that type of concept for Rhino,
he just screamed like an idiot. So
I think if he had more time to develop his character, I think any character has time, like room for potential. But it's just kind of like they shoved a bunch of villains in that movie that didn't need to be there, which has been a problem with Sony and their Spider-Man releases.
Okay, all right.
You know, what do you think of Sony developing this Venom movie? I think
that Venom trailer was trash.
Let me tell you something.
This is going to be
I actually
terrible.
watched that trailer. I don't know how many times Luca watched it. I watched that damn trailer like 10 times to really try to piece the shit together. And every single time I got more and more depressed and more not interested.
This is the thing. Like,
killed it for me. I'm just not interested.
They just need to let Marvel do its thing. Like, you're already making a majority of the profit. Because I'm pretty sure Sony made profit from the movie and Disney made it from the merchandise, right? So, like, why are you doing this? You're just going to damage the brand more and lose more money. Like, Spider-Man, you know, as much as I hate to admit it, Spider-Man is a damaged brand right now because of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, mainly.
Pretty much.
And, you know, I feel like Marvel saved it with Homecoming, but now they're just going to fuck themselves up again with Venom. And, you know, they're already announcing more spin-offs. Like, they're trying to do
Sinister Six
Black movie.
They tried to do the Sinister Six movie.
God.
I don't know how that was going to work out, but...
No. See, this is just dumb. It needs to all be in the MCU. Like,
yeah.
Can you imagine Venom in the MCU? Like, you know,
he'd be a big contribution. I tell you that much.
You know, everyone says that they can't do Carnage in the MCU, but I beg to differ now because, you know, they own Fox now.
Yeah.
And they've confirmed that they're going to keep Deadpool rated R at Marvel. So why not do a Venom and Carnage thing over at Marvel? Because, you know, at least they'll do it right. Like, Marvel and Disney have my trust. Sony does not.
Well, to be perfectly honest, after they had and spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Love that movie.
But after they had Ego like killing his fucking kids, I think they can go anywhere. Like, I think they can go anywhere now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Marvel has gotten a lot more dark lately because, you know, for years they were known as the family-friendly, you know, MCU and all that. But in Black Panther, man, I mean, did you see? That was pretty gory for a family-friendly movie.
Yeah, it was. That was the first thing that caught me off was the amount of blood.
No, but I love it. They need to keep doing that. Like, you know, I'm sorry, but kids have been exposed to so many things now. Like, you know, I have a friend who has a sister who's like 9 years old, and she has her own iPhone, and who knows what she's looking up. So, I mean, and kids are seeing all this. Kids are playing Call of Duty, for God's sake. So,
Right.
you know, kids have already seen all this. So why not just go all out? And I think that's what Marvel is starting to realize. You know,
y'all seen Ragnarok, right? Y'all seen Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and to add to that, you know, a certain somebody lost an eye, so yeah, that was pretty grotesque.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Yeah, pretty grotesque. And the CGI has gotten a lot better with Marvel too, though. I'll give them credit.
oh God, yeah.
Hulk looked more realistic, didn't he, compared to what he used to? Looked a lot more realistic. Because I've watched, you know, I can go back and watch the Avengers. And I can feel that the Avengers, you know, you can just see through some stuff like, that's not really, you know, real compared to what it is now. Definitely no.
Yeah. And then
you good? Like he dropped his mic.
All right, sorry guys.
I liked all Spider-Man movies. I have no problem with them. I mean, you can tell just what all the movies, if you just look at them, they all had different like directors right off the bat. You can just tell they had different visions. The Amazing Spider-Man films just didn't really, I don't know, click with me. You know, I really didn't click with me. Now I like how they showed him make the suit for once, but it was a crappy suit.
You know, like thing is that, you know, the first two Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire were so good. But then I think it was Spider-Man 3 when the whole studio interference started. And it shows because you remember Spider-Man 3, they had the same problem with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in a way. When they tried to shove Venom, Sandman. Like, you know, Spider-Man 3 should have been the story of Harry trying to get revenge.
Yeah, I don't understand the motivation for Spider-Man 3. It was all over the place.
I mean, I like it because, you know, I have nostalgia for being a kid and liking it. But I know the problems. Like, it's a guilty pleasure for me in a way. But, yeah. Because, you know, I grew up with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and I still watch those movies.
There's some Blade in the comment section. Saying Blade need to pay his taxes. Oh man, we do need another Blade movie, but I don't think Wesley Snipes will step up to the plate ever again.
If anything, they'll give him a TV show.
He's got a TV show, and it sucks. Blade.
No, not. I'm talking about like a Netflix show, like they do with Daredevil and.
Oh.
I know you don't watch those, right? I think you said you don't.
Yeah.
Hey, you should start watching those. Those things are so good. It's the really adult version of the MCU.
The last, I only watched a few of these superhero, you know, TV shows. Like I watched The Punisher. I watched Daredevil. I like Flash.
So good. I love Punisher.
Flash is really good, and you know, I'll go watch a few animated ones if I need to, but pretty much it.
No, if you want to talk animated shows, ooh. Do you remember when did you guys see wait, you keep talking, sorry.
Nah, Luca's like nerds.
I'm not even like I just remember the main reason I love the MCU is because I watched all these shows as a kid. And seeing them on the big screen now and in like an adult version in a way is awesome for me.
Right.
So, you know, I never read a comic book as a kid. I was never into comics. Don't kill me. But I was always into the TV shows.
I was.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said don't kill me.
I know. No, go ahead. I had a few comics. I had a few.
I actually, when you guys went to the Black Panther theater, did they give you a comic?
No.
No, they didn't give me one.
Yeah,
they did that at certain theaters. They got the comics. Yeah,
I went to an AMC IMAX theater, and they gave me and my friends comics, which was cool.
Yeah, if you went to the premiere, you know, you paid the like ridiculous amount for those tickets. They gave you like a little big present to go home with. There was like a bunch of stuff in there. Like those little that little what was that shit called? That little bracelet, Luca, where like he where it like interferes with the little suit.
Yeah.
They give you that.
Oh, that's cool.
And they give you that and some other cool stuff. So that's cool. Not bad.
Something for opening night on Infinity War then.
Oh, Infinity War is gonna be ridiculous.
I think it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna call it right now. What's his name is gonna die? Thor.
Oh, really? I think Captain America's gonna die.
Thor's not dying. The actor said he wants to stay on for more movies after 4. Because they're doing Infinity War, and then they're doing a few more movies, and then Avengers 4 is... Infinity War is actually, believe it or not, a setup to Avengers 4.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I'm sure maybe they will kill someone off in Infinity War. I'm just saying, don't like be thinking everyone's dying in this one, because
it's not.
The one after Infinity War, Avengers 4, is going to be the big one.
Yeah, I think what's that chick's name? Scarlet Witch, maybe her.
No, she's not dying.
She has a lot more to go.
The Vision's gonna die, maybe, and Captain America.
I just don't see them killing off Cap though this early.
I think Tony would die. Like, if anything, Tony Stark.
Nah, I don't know about Tony. It's tough. It really is tough to say. Maybe Hawkeye.
Oh, he's definitely dying.
Yeah, maybe Hawkeye.
What the fuck?
Oh, all right. Hawkeye is my favorite underrated Avenger. I love Hawkeye.
Underrated, but I mean, it's most likely Hawkeye's gonna go.
All right, who's everyone's favorite Avenger in the movies, not including comics or just overall?
In the movies, well, I mean, we know side characters, I guess, are gonna go too. Like Happy Hogan might get killed off. You know Happy Hogan, right? From the Iron Man movies. You know the fat dude. Big,
yeah.
He's gonna get killed off eventually. Maybe Pepper Potts. Maybe. Keyword maybe. And it's interesting.
Do you think Wong is gonna die?
Who?
Wong. Doctor Strange's guy.
Good question. I'm not sure. He could.
I just don't see a use for him in the future. So I mean, if they're trying to kill off as many characters as possible, he might be one.
I mean, they did say this on paper, though, in this movie. They said somebody's going to go that has like a traumatic effect on everybody. So
in Infinity War or in Avengers 4, though?
It's going to be for this one. It's like for this Avengers movie. It's going to have an effect on everybody.
I don't get it, though, because all the actors' contracts confirm them for 2 more movies. So you're going to say they're going to appear as ghosts or something? Like,
unless they do something slick where it's like this happened a few years before the fight. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Because they killed off, what's his name, right? Quicksilver?
Yeah.
So Quicksilver's not going to be in there.
Okay, but he was in one movie. Like,
yeah.
They killed him off because he's already in the Fox X-Men universe. So, and they didn't have a deal landed with Fox yet at this time. So... yeah, I guess they can only keep one character, so they chose Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
Oh, don't take my words as gospel. I read up on a lot of stuff about this. This is what I do in second period study hall.
All right. So I'll just take everybody's final predictions for it, and we'll end the stream. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think Captain America's gonna die.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was that?
I think Captain America's gonna die.
Captain America. Okay. Frosty?
I'm saying Iron Man.
Iron Man. Okay. I'm going to say Hawkeye and the Vision.
All right, but Hawkeye isn't that huge. Like, say someone like bigger.
No, he's going to go eventually. He's got to go. he ain't benefit.
All right, but if we're talking about Infinity War, say someone like bigger than Hawkeye or Vision, because those are like the 2 most under...
okay, so aside from Hawkeye and Vision, okay, Scarlet Witch. I mean, not Scarlet Witch. Black Widow. There you go. I'll say Black Widow.
She's not. All right, you know what? Whatever.
There you go. There you go. You want me to say something? There you go. I said something.
I mean, you could have said Thor or something. Like, I think the 3 main players are Iron Man, Thor, and Cap. Like, I think that's the trio of the leaders of the Avengers. I mean, you could
What about Hulk?
Nah, Hulk's not. Well,
No, he's not dying.
He dies, and I hope you guys know what's his name breaks his neck in the comics.
Well, doesn't Captain America die during Civil War in the comics?
yeah, everyone thought Cap would die.
He did. Yeah, he did. And the mantle gets passed on to the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, so
Maybe
that's why,
what
like,
happened.
I feel like Captain America's gonna die. So
I don't know. People think that since Spider-Man has the Iron Spider suit now in Infinity War, that he's gonna take over for Iron Man.
Honestly, I don't even. Well, does no? Because Iron Man brings in money. Well, I don't know.
But here's the thing: Robert Downey Jr. is costing Marvel like more money than they're making to be in a movie. Like, do you know how much he's costing them? I don't know exactly how much it is, but I know he has the biggest paycheck out of all of them, and it's not cheap. I'll tell you that. Like,
yeah, I know, like 30, 40 million to be in a movie.
I think he's one of the most expensive actors to have in your movie nowadays.
Yeah, 30, 40 mil. So,
I mean, not like he doesn't deserve it. He's great and all, but like, you know,
I don't even think War Machine can replace Iron Man, guys. I don't even think that's a possibility.
maybe War Machine will die because
War Machine doesn't have that type of personality. Like, I thought Terrence Howard would have played a better War Machine. I'm sorry, just I don't know.
yeah,
Don Cheadle he's cool, but you know, Don Cheadle just doesn't have that personality that Terrence Howard was. But Terrence Howard was more in your face with it, though, wasn't he? Like when you've seen the first one.
All right, but like, I just think that, you know, because they already did like a kind of depression story with Iron Man and Iron Man 3. So, you know, what are you going to do? Kill Cap and War Machine and Hawkeye and all them and just make another depressed Tony Stark story? I mean,
probably so. You never know.
Well, no, but Marvel doesn't want to, they don't want to be repetitive where it's the same damn thing every time like DC. You know, not like busting on DC and all. Like, the Dark Knight trilogy is some of the best stuff out there. Like, Dark Knight's one of my favorite movies, but you know, you have to admit the DCEU is just kind of just feels the same.
Yeah, the DCEU is trash, but you know, let's not pretend like every Marvel movie is fantastic or a masterpiece.
Yeah. Like Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 2, for example. Yeah.
Honestly, I thought Iron Man 2 was better than 3.
I mean, personally, I felt that same way. I didn't like 3 very much.
3 was just overwhelming. The only good part, I think, was the part they teased is with the trailer with all the suits combined, like or like assembled to going at their people.
All right, so we can agree that Iron Man didn't have the best trilogy, and you know, I think
that one first one, you know, that a lot of people were hit and miss with. Like the first Iron Man movie, people were kind of right? They're like, it's good, but it's
no. I feel like a lot of people love the first Iron Man.
That's what got the MCU kicking off.
Like I like the first one. I liked it, you know, especially when you had the first prototype with the little arc reactor, the first one.
All right, how about the Hulk movie? You know, that one no one really cares about.
I think Hulk has the worst trilogy.
He doesn't even have a trilogy. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, they had 2 movies that were bad. So.
They won't even give him another movie because, you know, Hulk is just a character that, like, you know, I get why they did his first movie because, you know, they want to set him up a little bit, but, you know, Hulk just works best with, like, in Avengers team-up movies. Like, he works good in Thor Ragnarok, too. But, like, he's the kind of guy, like, you know, you don't really need a movie about him because all it's going to be is, well, what the Incredible Hulk was.
Yeah.
At least he talks now, you know? He's not just...
All right, but
he talks.
You see my point, right?
What's up, Craig? Yeah, I see your point. I definitely see your point. So, worst ever Avengers movie.
Worst Avengers movie?
Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Age of Ultron, God.
Okay, that was a little too easy, damn it. Okay, worst.
I loved it in the theater, but watching it again, yeah. All right, how about this? Best Cap movie. Because Captain America had a good trilogy.
Winter Soldier.
Civil War.
Really? I say
Civil War.
I say the first one. No, I'm playing. I don't know. It's between Winter Soldier and Civil War. I love them both. But if I had to pick, I'd probably do Winter Soldier because I think of is Civil War is more of an Avengers like 2.5 movie kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just doesn't feel like a Cap movie. Like, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
Winter Soldier had that Captain America feel to it, and it's still to this day one of my favorite MCU movies out there. All right. How about this? That favorite MCU movie excluding Black Panther.
Thor Ragnarok.
Ryan?
What was that?
Favorite MCU movie not including Black Panther.
Not including Black Panther.
Yeah, because Black Panther would have been my number one, but
okay.
I'm saying either Spider-Man Homecoming or Avengers. Now your turn.
I would probably give that to Winter Soldier. Probably Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was awesome. You know, what you guys no one's really talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh god.
All the hype died.
Okay, I mean I get it. It's because Infinity War, but I liked Ant-Man's first movie. I think this one's gonna be good too. I mean, thoughts on that?
Honestly, if you watch the trailer again, you can see how bad the choreography is.
All right, you know,
like when she like.
Do you remember how bad the first Ant-Man looked though? Like, do you remember how much of a disaster that thing was? Like, everyone thought it was gonna be because the directors left and the trailer really wasn't that interesting. But then everyone saw it and was blown away by it because they had such low expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what every Ant-Man movie is gonna be. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think people are going to be blown away by it because everyone has such low expectations or just doesn't care about it. Mm-hmm. They're like, wow, I really should pay attention to this movie.
Oh, boy.
Maybe I'm just being too positive, but...
Okay. Honestly, I like the first one a little bit, you know, because I like what they were able to do with Ant-Man. Like, yeah, a lot of cool things. But I think Ant-Man would be great as a video game. I'm not sure if you guys would be interested in playing.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, every superhero in Marvel, maybe not every superhero, a Vision video game would be pretty stupid, but a majority of them it would be cool.
Right. Definitely. Hold on.
We definitely need a Quicksilver video game.
Oh, Lord.
Even low-key a Hawkeye video game could make sense. Like, nah, not really. But it'd be fun to play as Hawkeye.
Hell, it'd be fun to shoot arrows and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all even want Fantastic Four in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm really interested.
Yes, because they have interesting characters. It's not, the character's fault that, Fox doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
I mean, come on, though. Well, what can they possibly do in terms of bringing them in here? Like, I mean, what are they going to do? Doom again? Because remember, Doom has been in every single one.
I'm sure they could figure something out.
Well, I think he's going to be, because you know how, like, this is like, phase 1 through 3. This whole Thanos thing is kind of like the first saga of Marvel in a way. Like, that's how they're kind of saying it. Like, this is the first part, but now Avengers 4 is going to be like it's going to be right after that. It's going to be the next Spider-Man. That's going to be the next part of the MCU kind of in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Doctor Doom will be the next big villain after Thanos. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, that just makes sense. If they're bringing the X-Men and Fantastic Four, they're going to have a lot of things that they can do.
Don't account Hugh Jackman in that. He's done. He's officially done.
I'm fine with that. Like, honestly, Logan was such a good movie. Like, he ended it there. Just stop now. Like,
yeah.
Don't be like fucking Xbox where you milk your career.
Oh, boy.
Your career is like milking your game franchises.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I wonder how hell is going to play into this now.
I don't know, but I'm excited to see what they do. Like I said, Marvel has my trust, and I think they're going to do it right. I mean, they've proven time after time.
You know why Thanos, right? You know what Thanos is, right? I think y'all both know what that is. I know why Thanos kills, right?
No, why?
To appease death.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
He's in love with death, and he like it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or not. Well, really in the comics too. But death is a woman, and he kills to get her affection.
All right. Well, I don't really read comics that much, but maybe you can say, Ryan, does the MCU tend to change a lot of things, or do they go with the source material? Like, with the
No,
exception
they
of
change a
Spider-Man.
lot and they mix a few things up. Like Hela for Thor Ragnarok didn't have some of the abilities that you see, like her being able to create weapons out of nothing. She never had that ability.
Okay.
Something they took from another villain in the comics.
He is the only comic that I have some knowledge of is the Spider-Man comics, and I just know that they changed so much stuff in Homecoming. So it makes me wonder, like, how much are they changing in the other heroes? But then again, maybe they changed it because it's been the same shit for the past 10 years with Sony and Spider-Man, where they've just been like doing the same character backgrounds but with new actors. So maybe they just wanted some new so they have audience's attention.
Right.
I don't agree with what they did with Flash Thompson, though. That's the one, no one's talking about that. That's the one thing about Homecoming that I disapproved of so much. I don't like what they did with him because he's supposed to be a big, ripped guy who pushes Peter around and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But in Homecoming, they made him out to be some kid who's on Peter's level who just thinks he's the shit. And also gets roasted like Peter. Like, that's not Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I know. They had to turn that down. They had to go junior with the Homecoming cast. It ain't even adults in this case.
I can get over the Liz and Vulture being related thing. Like, that was weird to me, but I can get over it. But the Flash Thompson thing, to this day, I'm still having a hard time with that. I don't know if I'm just being a bitch about it or if I am right to be annoyed.
The retarded complaining for MJ.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't get that. Did you understand that? I didn't.
I don't really have any feelings about it, to be perfectly honest. I was just kind of like, okay.
And it's like, okay, so MJ is, black. Okay.
It's not even that. It's more like it's like she's not Mary Jane. Her name is Michelle Jones or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, but whatever. If they can make Flash Thompson a little bitch, like,
Yeah.
But apparently they've said Mary Jane is coming in later, but that was just a tease.
OBJ, why did you even bring that up, fam? Why? You brought up Ghostbusters. Oh God.
No, why are we always doing this?
Why you do this to me? Why?
Wait, who said this?
You brought up Ghostbusters.
Who brought it up?
Someone in the chat.
Done.
Well, someone's getting blocked tonight by me.
Yeah, right.
I love the two originals, but the new one fucking kill me.
That is the thing. Like, I remember I was called sexist when I said it sucked.
The movie does suck.
I'm like, even women are telling you that it sucks. Like, it's not girl power, bro. It's trash.
Do you remember the Jump Street movies, 21 and 22?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Did you see all of them?
Yeah, with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill.
Yeah, did you think they were good? Because I liked them.
Yeah, I like those movies.
So there's been a huge rumor going around, because they've been hyping up 23 Jump Street since like 22 came out. But people are claiming that it was leaked that they were working on a spin-off that was going to be women for 23 Jump Street. And apparently they quit the project because people were hating on the fact that it was women protagonists. And what do you guys think about that? Like, do you believe that, or do you think that that's an excuse because they haven't come out with it yet? I mean,
well, after the end of 22 Jump Street, I didn't really think they would come out with another one, just because it's kind of like they made the little joke at the end where it's like they kept making the movies and kept making the spin-offs or sequels to it, like 26 Jump Street and shit, like stuff like that, right?
That's funny though.
Yeah, so I figured that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, you're probably right. Actually, Dumb and Dumber just proves that you shouldn't keep going with comedies and the scary movies. And
y'all bring up Dumb and Dumber too. Come on.
And then and the American Pie movies, I guess you can say, like the first two were good, but then Wedding and Reunion were stupid, if you ask me.
Yep.
I liked American Pie 1 and 2 though; those were good movies. I mean, if you have a fucked up brain like I do, but yeah. All right, I don't know how we got to comedy, but what else do you guys want to talk about? Ryan?
What'd you say?
What else do you guys want to talk about? Anything else, or we wrapping up here?
What you guys think about the Spawn rumor?
Spawn should come back, sure, but you know, I'm not gonna. I really don't like commenting too much on rumors or speculations, even though I do because I'm part of these podcasts. But personally, yeah, I'd like to see a new Spawn. That'd be cool.
Let's try not to be crap gamer and hype things up. I guarantee. Has there been a video on his channel about it yet? Has there been a video on his channel about Spawn yet?
Spawn. I mean, I haven't. The last thing I heard about Spawn was that, you know, Michael J. White, he's going to be helping directing it. That's about it.
Huh. I'll be crap gamer. Huge rumor, Xbox might be buying Spawn. OMG.
Oh boy.
You know, he doesn't even like make up rumors anymore. Like, he just makes stupid videos saying Microsoft reveals amazing news, but it just turns out to be some tweak to the dashboard. Like,
hey, bro, I have not watched the channel for quite some time. I have not, but the last video that just made me not look at it was when he said that, and it was nothing but a box art for a game or something. So,
oh god,
yeah, that's all it was in the history or whatever. But you know, I don't really care about that dude. Luca, that's her boy right there. So I ain't gonna delve in that.
Whoa, hold on. Crap's my boy. What the hell are you talking about, huh?
Okay, whatever, never mind. Y'all fight over him. Go ahead, have him. I'll have him.
Yeah, I donate.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I donated $2,000 to him so he can buy a new Xbox after his house got destroyed, apparently by Hurricane Irma, even though he somehow found the electricity to make videos.
Well, if you're out $2,000, that's on you.
Oh, I just hope you sense the sarcasm in my voice there.
Nope, I don't. I'm being
shut your ass up, right?
Because you do stupid stuff like that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's the stream, man. I hope everybody enjoyed. I had a nice little conversation with everybody in here. Remember, yes, I'm going to be making a podcast for you guys on Monday. It's going to be a different thing. The True Podcast still is going to be Fridays, but Monday is going to be my type of show. And I'm definitely going to do that very soon. Just want to give everybody a heads up. If you guys like the discussion, hit that thumbs up, and we will see you guys on the next one. Let's go ahead and get these outros out the way. Go ahead, Luca.
All right, you guys can catch me at the Ash and Luca on Twitter and Xbox Live. And check out my channel. Ryan has been on quite a few of my podcasts, and we have a lot of fun there. Isn't that right, Ryan? Oh, okay, silence. All right. Anyway, have a good one.
And the low key's like, no, don't say it. But yeah, I've been on a few of her podcasts. Go check out her wonderful podcast. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue tied. Her wonderful podcast called Scumcast. So we're all scum when we get there. Basically, that's the whole thing behind it. And obviously, shout out to Frosty who came by here, share his experience. So go right ahead, Frosty.
Yeah, just want to thank you for having me on, Ryan. It was an honor. Kind of like the old days. I'm gonna send Ryan a link to the donation to the school. It would mean a lot to me and my family. But yeah, it was fun talking with you guys. Good to meet you, Luca.
Oh, yes. Nice meeting you as well.
Yeah. And again, thanks for having me, Ryan.
Anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. Hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for joining. And obviously, we'll be back to going at each other's throats probably tomorrow. So probably.
Working on your
self. That's pretty much. That's it, guys. We're out of here.
Bye.